Hello, welcome to the eComm training session for the Submittal Builder. My name is Robbie. I'm a solutions engineer with eComm and Eastern Engineering, and I'm going to go ahead and get you started today building some submittals for your projects. So let's go ahead and take a look at the screen here, and we'll just jump right in. So the first thing you're going to want to do is navigate to the correct project that you want to add your submittals to. In this case, I've got a demo project already set up, and we're just going to go right there. And so you'll start at your project dashboard. You can see the left menu right here. I've got a Submittal Builder selector available. If your menu's collapsed, it'll just be the hammer icon on the left-hand side. So let's go ahead and click on that. You can see the page refreshed. We're open to the Submittal Builder. And in this project, we have two different types of submittals that we can create for. We have closeout submittals and then just standard submittals. So let's just go ahead and create some standard submittals. You see the page refreshed again. And then you can see we have a lot more options available to us. So we'll just kind of go down from the top. Pre-populated contact is going to be who you are going to assign the submittals to. In this case, I'm just going to select Clearview Glazing James Williams. The nice thing is, if I select James, Paul Thompson is also on this project from Clearview Glazing. Both James and Paul will be able to submit these submittals on behalf of Clearview Glazing. So let's go ahead and just assign it to James. And you can see next option we have available to us is send email to above. And basically, if we check this off, James Williams is going to get an email notification from eComm saying, hey, a bunch of new submittals were created for you. You better get to it and start uploading them. So we can deselect that. I don't need to send anything out to anybody. We don't need to worry about the initial status. As long as it just says unsubmitted, that's what we want. The next option available to us is the CSI code. We have a handy filter right here. We can just type in a couple of digits, click the filter option, and you can see I have a bunch of selections available for that, for what I filtered for. So we'll just select this one, and then we can move down to the bid category and select bid category. And then you can see right here, the spec section is actually auto-populated based on the CSI code that I selected. I would not change this number. You'll actually get an error if you do try to change that number because the CSI code and the spec section do need to match. So moving next on to type, we're just going to select what submittal type we're needing to create. And I'm just going to grab a bunch of random things here. And then let's say you don't see the type of submittal you'd like to create. You can set this checkbox right here and create your own custom submittal type. Very handy. And so the next thing we have in our list here is the description. And I highly recommend that you are very descriptive when creating your submittals. Honestly, you couldn't be over descriptive. We need as much information as possible. It helps in the item log when you're searching for submittals. Even the search function at the top here, it's all ties together. So the more descriptive you can be, the better. It even helps at the end of the project, during the closeout process, we build a search index into our closeout package for you. So, the owner or whoever you're handing the project off to can just type in a couple of words and it'll pull up all the documents and based off of what your description is. Right. So once we have all that filled out, you can see Clearview Glazing James Williams is assigned as the subcontractor for this submittal. We have attachments that we can add if we needed to. You can either drag and drop them or click the browse button right here and a window will pop up and you can select your files. So once you've done that and everything is set, just come down and click the create button. And you can see I now have 5 new submittals that were just created for me. And We can move on to either the next CSI code or start making for a different bid category, pre-populated contact, however you need. You can knock these out in large chunks. This is very handy. And just kind of keep rolling. You can burn through your submittal list real fast. And then we can always go up to the item log and then click on the submittals. And you can see there are the 5 new submittals that I just created. All right, ready to go for James Williams to be able to process. It's that easy. That about wraps up this session. If you have any questions about the Submittal Builder tool or anything else with eComm, you can learn more at our website, ecommconstruction.com. You can email us directly at info@ecommconstruction.com, or you can reach out to your salesperson or your solutions engineer who's working on your project, and we'd be more than happy to help you out. Thanks again for choosing eComm, and have a wonderful day.